snap. We're back in the Sheff Shop, son. Know what I mean? Ooh, somebody ain't turned off their ringer.
Oh, right. And there was.
Right. Yeah, I'm snitching. Hey, peace, y'all. Welcome to Substantial Sundays. I am Substantial. This right here is Sherm the Barber.
What up?
Man, hope y'all had a great weekend so far. It's a 3-day weekend, son. It's a 3-day weekend.
And I think I will take part in enjoying a part of this 3-day weekending.
Yeah, man. For real. I feel you. Yeah, man. So, how's your weekend been? What you been up to?
It's been pretty good. I didn't do too much. Just hung out with the folks today. Ate some crabs.
Nice. It's always good to eat crabs and not catch them.
And not have them.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do much, man. You know,
That's what's up.
kept it low key.
Word. Man.
You know, we are enjoying our first week of not having to pay for daycare. So yeah, we chilling right now, man.
Welcome.
Bruh,
It's a beautiful
you
thing.
do not understand.
It's
No, you do understand.
You
clearly understand.
Right. I know that struggle,
Man.
Yeah. So, did you party?
Not yet.
Cause
Because we went to the store the other day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but when we officially stopped paying, like we did something for ourselves. We were like,
really?
Yeah, we made a celebration of it. Yeah, because it was that real.
It really is. Dude.
Yeah,
You're
it's
talking
that
about
real.
You're paying another mortgage.
Man, it's real. Yeah, it's
Like, we already ain't got a bunch of money. It's like paying 2 mortgages was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's not the business. But peace to you guys who are tuning in. Couple of just do a little housekeeping or whatever. One, make sure you say peace. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and most important piece of this is to share the link so we can get other people to join in the conversation.
Indeed.
All that good stuff. We got a good show for y'all, man. For those who, if it's your first time watching, these are an hour long. I know that seems like a super long time for people with short attention spans, but it gives a lot of the fans and a lot of the people who love to watch it time to get in. Gives people enough opportunity to ask great questions, and gives us a chance to talk about the stuff we love to talk about. And that ain't nothing that you can squeeze into 5 to 30 minutes. You feel me? You know what I mean? So anyway, man. Hold up. We got a
few folks.
Yeah,
we got Oklahoma. We got Chris in the building.
All right.
Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
That's what's up, man. Good to see y'all up in Hawaii, up in this
Hawaii.
joint.
What up?
Yeah, man. Dope. Sherm, what are we listening to today? What you got playing in the background?
Hey, what up, Rashad?
Rashad up in this joint?
Yeah, that's Lex Talionis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peace, man. Good to see you up in there, man. Yeah, so what we listening to, bro?
Right now we got some old school. Not old school, but I guess you could call it that. We got old Mad Lib.
To someone.
Yeah, to someone it is definitely old school. Some classic Mad Lib, man. Just a little beat conductor.
Yes.
Which one? This is the Beat Conductor India.
Okay. Oh yeah. I heard that joint. I think Asif was the first one. Of course, Asif.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Asif was like super underground.
Yeah.
And then he was just super happy about this because Asif's from India. So,
yeah. It's like, oh damn.
Man. His folks are from. Was Asif born here or was he born there? I can't remember.
Probably here, I would think.
Asif is one of our homeboys. I've known Asif since 2nd grade. You know what I mean? He was part of my old UV crew, and now this dude's just like genius level. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like he's a professor teaching like bioengineering. You know what I mean? Like dude's the man.
And if them students asked him, like tried to challenge him on hip hop, they would be astonished. They would be astonished. Like, oh, you don't know this stuff. You got it from your kids. Like, nah. Here, call this number. Talk to that guy. Right. Check my resume.
Right. You know what I mean? So, we got Clark Armstrong up in here.
What up, Clark?
All right. That's what's up. Hey, man. Good looking, man. Appreciate it. You know? But, so yeah, man. So we're going to get into a little shop talk. There's a lot to talk about. Well, not a whole lot to talk about. But this one particular album that everyone's talking about, of course, we're going to go ahead and give y'all our 2 cents on it. And so might as well jump into it. Eminem.
Marshall friggin' Mathers.
Yeah, Marshall F. Mathers. The F is for fucking old freaking.
I'm gonna say, man, since the Marshall Mathers LP, this is definitely the next best thing. Like he could literally erase every album in between there and just hardcore though.
But it wasn't as good as Marshall Mathers.
Not at all. And
I mean,
there was a few skippers. I feel like after the Marshall Mathers joint, that's when I feel like he tried to kind of stake his claim as a pop star.
I agree with that.
So it kind of, that's when you started to hear more of the
samples. And it's like it was just trying to appeal to a different base.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And I think this last one was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I feel like, I hate to say it like this, but I have to say it like this.
Here we go.
I feel like he hollered at some of his news.
Right.
And was like, yo, so what did you think of, what was the last one called? Probably Royce. Because you can tell there's a lot of Royce influence on this joint.
I agree with that.
And I feel like he was like, so what was the last joint called? I don't even remember the name. What, Recovery? Or was it
No. Was it Relapse? Yeah, I think it was
Whatever, Relapse.
Hey, y'all confirm in the comments. I'm pretty sure it was Relapse though.
No, he's definitely back. It's FSG. Slim Shady.
Yeah. Hey.
No, I wouldn't even say Slim Shady is back. This is Marshall Mathers. It's not Slim Shady. This is not the childish, man. It's not that dude. This is Marshall Mathers. Like, what was that video when he jumped out the window and was falling down rapping?
Whatever you say.
That's who he is on this whole fucking project. This shit. Other than 2 songs.
Yeah, there's 2. Yeah, I wasn't mad at the album at all, man. Like it's dope. Like I played it. Like after I listened to it, I probably ran it back. Like what was it? Well, my family came in, so I couldn't run it back that moment. Yeah. But the next morning or whatever, I ran it back like 2 or 3 times. And yeah, man, it holds up.
It's real.
Yeah, it's hard, man. The joint is dope. For me, it's always dope to see like mainstream artists or whatever, like who we know came through the ranks and really like held it down as indie artists or as super dope underground artists. To see them come out with a project that like really is like, it's on the highest, I guess it's on the biggest stage, right, that the world has to offer, but then at the same time it's really like, oh, I'm not about to water down nothing, dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just give you that raw.
Well, you know what this joint is though, cause like I said,
it's like, oh, you ain't like that last one, huh?
This is bar exam 4 for Eminem. Like you can hear all of the Royce influence. You can hear what Royce was like, dog. You gotta take. It's like, dude, you gotta put on that big ass hoodie again. You gotta put on your favorite pair of Air Maxes, and you gotta get dirty again, man.
Your favorite pair.
Dog, you gotta get dirty again, man.
That's definitely Eminem's shoe of choice. Right.
I've never seen him in anything
else, right?
It's like, dude, like he really went back to the essence of Marshall Mathers, and like this shit is bananas, man. And the 2 favorites, of course.
What's yours?
The joints with Jordan Lucas and fucking Royce.
Yeah, those definitely. I love those joints because that the opening joint is fire.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just like, I mean, I like rappers. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You know what I mean? It's called rap music. So I just like people who rap extremely well. Sidebar, Johnny, it's in my queue to watch that Childish Gambino video. The still look crazy. I love the illustration that was in the
video.
Yeah, for the summer joint. Yeah, I'm gonna check that joint. We'll probably watch it after. But I haven't peeked it yet, but we're on it. Let's see, Christopher says Eminem snapping him on, but it's like how he fitting go against people that are exactly like him go. That's my only thing. He'll always keep that legacy, but I think he's got a shady agenda. I don't know.
Go against people that are just like him.
I guess he's talking about like some of his white fans or whatever who come from like a similar background.
Well, I think it's because that's what you call a conscious person. Someone who is within a culture, but can also talk about the pros and the cons of his culture. He's clearly a white American who understands that he's privileged. Like, if you can listen to it in his music, the dude understands exactly what's going on.
If I was black, I would have sold half. I ain't have to graduate from Lincoln High School to know that.
So, this is the dude that you want. You want the guy that looks like the person that can also say, hey, yeah, we look alike, right? So let me tell you what's wrong with us.
Yeah.
That's what's necessary. So yeah.
I call allies. Right? At least that's what I call them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yo, so real quick.
Somebody donated $2 or something.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, man.
He doesn't do that. Oh, yeah, Rashad, he's not away from those singing hooks. He only does that one time on this joint. And that's Kamikaze. No, not Kamikaze. That was the D12.
The D12 joint.
And that's old. That one was old.
Yeah, I'm glad he. Yeah, I don't really like it when he does a lot of the sing-song stuff.
No.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain people I like it when they do it. He's not one of them.
Not because his voice. They intentionally make his voice annoying through engineering. It's like, no, that's not cool.
Yeah. Let's see.
What up?
Listen to that.
Miss Etienne Robinson.
Okay. How you doing, baby?
What up, Vic? What the hell?
Oh, we got V album in there. That's what's up. Whole squad. You know what I mean? Yeah, M album is fire. Yes, it is. Last couple songs were medium, but peace, Mrs. Robinson. Hey, so Sherm, I've been meaning to ask you. So this brother just hit me up asking if I'd be down to collab with Greydon's Square. Have you heard of this dude? I just looked him up, so I'm gonna listen to him after. But I feel like I don't know if it was you that mentioned that to me before. If this was the same person, but someone had commented on one of my songs and was like, "Have you heard of Greydon's Square? Would you be willing?"
I've never heard of Greydon's Square.
All right, so I just found his Bandcamp.
What does he look like?
That's him in this Spider-Man joint. Yeah, the artwork's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna check him out. I think he's
from Scattering.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Okay.
He's from Phoenix. I wonder if he knows my
or is he?
This is called Compton Scattering. This is what the project's called, but he over here says he's based in Phoenix, Arizona. Doesn't necessarily mean he's from Phoenix. You know what I mean? Like
he could be from. He could live in Phoenix by way of Compton.
Yeah, you know, stranger things have happened. Ice Killer, peace to you. All right, let's see. He's fine. All right, Reaper, I'm gonna check him out. We're gonna see. But yeah, so just to let you know about collabs, I mean, unless it's somebody reaching out to me and I hear their stuff and I think it's dope, I typically don't really reach out to a lot of people I don't know to do collabs. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna hit up the homies. Like I got some pretty dope homies. And so I hit them up, you know what I mean? Like today, I was on the phone chopping. I was telling you, I was chopping it up with Kev Brown today, because the cover for my new album, I just realized looked like the cover for his album that he just dropped, and I was like, oh, okay. So I called him up just to kind of let him know that I had no idea that our covers looked the same, and I was like, hey, by the way, we should do something. And so, but yeah, so we'll see if that turns into anything. I don't think it'll be anytime soon because he's getting ready to leave for Europe. He leaves for Europe Tuesday. Yeah. He's festival in Zurich and a couple other things or whatever. So shout out to Kev Brown, one of PG's finest, Lando, you know what I mean, up in here. Let's see, what else we got? You know what I'm saying, kind of reflects beliefs though. Atheist, right? I mean, I'm not.
He's an atheist?
Yeah, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not I think people hear like what I talk about and sometimes think that like I wouldn't say I walk the line or toe the line of Christian rap, but like I mean that's what that comment makes me feel like, you know what I mean? But because my stuff's overly positive, I think people just automatically assume I'm a very religious person. He can tell you I am not. You know what I'm saying? I believe in a higher power, but I don't really kind of get caught up in the particulars because I feel like everyone feels how they feel, right? Everyone's kind of stating their opinion, but ultimately the opinion you're giving or the information you're giving is what you've been told. Like you don't know. Like no one really knows. They just know what they feel. And I think I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm from the church of I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not about to walk around and say, hey, you going to hell because you don't believe in the stuff I heard about that I don't know about for sure, but I believe it.
As long as that shit makes you a good person, believe whatever the hell you want.
There it is. And that's where I'm at with it. So him being an atheist ain't gonna keep me from doing a song with him if he don't. Now if he was up there like, you know, he chopped, like he's pouring lamb's blood out of the
like in the right, doing sacrificial rhymes.
Yeah, and like this thing is like
cut through your lyrics.
Right.
Shit gets real.
Right, devil worshiping and that type of shit. That's a little different, you know what I mean? But it's like just because someone's an atheist, I mean, I don't
doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, really don't mean shit.
What does that have to do with lyricism?
Right, and then I get blown when other people get mad at someone else for being an atheist. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with your relationship with God?
Right.
Absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, you want everybody to feel how you feel, but that ain't the way the world works. So
if that shit makes for a better conversation, be whatever the hell you want to be.
what Sherm said. You know what I mean? So let's see. Your music and the only I buy. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that support, Reaper. Let's see. All right, that Cole album has the best impression on me so far. How about y'all? Nas album was dope, and Kelly and Saba had good stuff. Yo, I love. For real, of those, I'm at the Bam Moji Sola.
You above the $2? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess you're talking about album of the year, contenders. Yeah, I mean, the Cole album was cool. Like, I stopped playing it kind of quick. There's certain tracks I like from it, but I didn't love the whole album enough to go back to it enough. So it's not really in there or whatever for me, for my favorite album of the year. I'm still with Royce joint real heavy. That's still one of my that's probably still in my top 3 for albums of the year.
Nas's album's not dope.
Yeah, it's not. Nas album definitely isn't. I don't feel like it's even in my top Nas albums.
No,
and,
it's not a Nas album. I won't even include it.
Right.
It's some shit that somebody just found. Nas was drunk one night, recorded some shit and threw it in the back seat of some Impala and drove it into the fucking Susquehanna, and somebody found that shit.
And know that we're super Nas fans. So yeah, so we don't say that lightly.
Trash,
that Saba album though, I could definitely give Saba album like that type of love. Like it's hands down one. I return to that album damn near once a week, like at least something from it. So same thing with Royce. So yeah, so I'm with those two for sure. Said this is hilarious. It's someone.
Somebody. That's what, of course, Rashad would ask about that Bossy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So go ahead, because I haven't heard about it.
Oh, it's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
This dude is like, he shows growth on every project. Like, I can't say that this project is better than the last project because the last project was fucking dope as shit. So this is just an extension of that dopeness, but it's just different.
Right.
Like this. I don't know, it kind of feels a little more tropical than the last album. It's fun, but it's still got some substance though. Like yeah, the shit is dope. It's dope as shit. Like I don't really know much about it, like what it means as far as what Milky Way means and everything. But musically, the production is awesome. The engineering is pristine, and of course his lyricism. I always love Boss's lyricism. Like. He's that dude that teeters the line between I'm just a regular nigga and I'm deep as shit. That's what I really like about Bob. Right. So yeah, this joint is really cool.
That's it's like that hit the J knowledge. You know what I mean? Like you just whatever. Like, you ever notice like water sometimes? and it's to the point where you take the joint back from you. I don't smoke, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I witnessed, right? But yeah, like it sounds like you one of those dudes, you know what I mean? Like the cats or whatever, just like you kicking it with and because I've heard a couple joints. I don't think I've heard the new joint, but I've heard a couple joints and I know dudes dope. You know what I mean? Yeah, somebody said, have you heard that Denzel Curry joint? I know I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of good on Denzel Curry. And it's because his delivery overpowers his lyricism. He's not a super lyricist. But he raps like Meek Mill on steroids.
Okay.
Yeah. I said Meek Mill on steroids.
Okay.
So it's a lot of yelling. Nothing but yelling.
Yeah, I don't really do the yelling.
It's that yes, it's really loud. Yeah, so he's not bad. He's actually a good artist, but yeah, I don't like that open mouth flow. Like, I don't need that shit. Like, dude, like, turn your music down and just sit down in the chair and rap.
Right.
Like,
he said he hadn't heard his other projects, but apparently this one's a lot more chill. He even sings in the first part of the album.
Okay.
Right. I don't know. I don't know.
So.
Right.
Okay, so what I'll say is, like, okay, you can consider it chill for Denzel Curry.
I think that's what he's saying,
Yeah, but it's not chill. Like Denzel Curry's chill, that's not chill. That's exciting. His chill is exciting. So yeah, he needs to do something else. Right. He's not, like I said, he's not bad, but that's too much. I don't need to be screamed at.
Yo, so we're gonna switch gears real quick. What you been watching, man?
Oh, just Snowfall right now.
Yeah, Snowfall, man. Snowfall, man.
Oh, that shit's about to get ugly.
Yeah, it
That
is.
shit's about to get ugly.
It
Because
is.
what's happening now is
No spoilers though, but go ahead.
The devil is finally catching up with him.
Yeah.
When he first started out, you know, it was brand new.
Right.
So the devil had to catch up with him because, like, you know, I'm just starting to do this. I'm ignorant, so I don't really understand what's going on. I don't understand the ramifications of what it's going to do to my neighborhood, to my people.
Right.
But now the devil done caught up with him.
Yeah.
And that shit is starting to manifest itself.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, at the party.
Yeah. Bro.
When I saw the party, I was like, oh, it's over.
Right.
It's over. It's over. It's a fucking party.
Yeah.
Like this shit is a wrap. It's about to get gorgeous.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's a great show, man. Really great writing, really great acting. It made me. I went back and watched that the documentary, the Rick Ross, the Freeway documentary, just to kind of compare and contrast or whatever. But it's a great show, man. I really like how it looks as well. Like, you know what I mean? Cali, man, like Cali just has a certain look, and it just translates. Yeah, it really does. Translates well on camera. Did you know that dude's British?
Yes. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
So Nicole told me, but it's like, wow.
Yeah.
But Dub C is doing his thing,
Right. Yeah, Dub C
is really good. And if for anybody that didn't know, Dub C still has a job. He works doing he works on Snowfall. Yeah, basically he's getting Franklin Compton down.
Yeah, he's like a consultant, you know, on the show and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. But like joint, I just started. Was it? I guess the other show I started watching is Ozark. I've already watched Ozark season 1 when it first came out, but I just started season 2 last night. I haven't finished it yet. No spoilers in the comments. Don't be a dick. But yeah, man. First episode was crazy. I like how they did the recap as well with her talking to her dad. That was super dope. But yeah, man, it's about to be really crazy.
How many episodes you in?
I'm only on episode 2 for the second season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm working, man. Like, it's really hard, and you know how I go. Like,
that's why I haven't started yet. It's
yeah.
Like, man, because that's one of those series
that you
really want to be, but you want to be in full attention.
Yes.
So you don't want to be like, long work day. Yeah, you just want to be like, yes, it's Ozark time. Keep it going.
Right. Yeah, man. Let's see. So, quick question. Christopher asked, what's the #1 sports spot in the DMV?
The DMV kind of sucks now, man. Ain't really much going on. I mean, you got Jaspers, you got some new spots, but the only thing about these new spots is one spot out in going towards Brandywine. The only thing about these new spots is I'm not hearing about them.
Right.
Like, you remember back when we were coming up, you know, in our teens and 20s, when a spot opened, it was all over the radio, like it was blasted everywhere. Now shit opens, and unless somebody posts, I guess these social media posts are the same thing, but if it ain't on the radio, that shit ain't popping. And I don't even listen to the radio.
Right.
But when it comes to what's popping, I know the radio knows what's popping, because if it's popping, the radio's gonna be there.
Yeah, for the event spots. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know what the best one is, because I don't hang out like that. You know what I mean? But I would say, like, my personal favorite, and it's funny, I like the spot. It's just always weak in there. You know what I mean? But like, in terms of how the spot looks, the joint at Jesus, blacking out.
Harbor.
Yeah, the joint at the Harbor.
At what?
Was the National Pastime joint? I think it's such a dope looking spot, but people don't even know it exists. So it's always like, we've gone in there for like the All-Star game back when I was still watching football, major football games, and there's always like a handful of people, and I think it's mainly because it's in the Gaylord Hotel, and so a lot of people don't even know it's out here. But like, in terms of what it looks like, it's hands down one of the best sports bars in terms of appearance in the DMV. But it's not the spot you go to see everybody.
No, you're not going to see anybody you know in there.
Yeah, because it's mostly like tourists and like
people staying in the hotel. But
but it's a dope little spot. Like, you try and get away from everybody and be in a dope spot, it's a good spot to go to. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's see. Other people throwing shows out there. Yes, you do need to watch Luke Cage. You know what I mean? Get your life together.
Hey,
you know,
for anybody that's never watched Black Lightning, that is a really good show.
Black Lightning a lot. I liked it way more than I expected to. I love the school aspect of it because I'm an educator. Like, so the whole, like, the chant that he has the school do and stuff, and how, like, people do that quote, it reminds me a lot of the work that me, shout out to Victorious, who's in, me, Brother Victorious, and my man, Mr. Coleman, do over at Oxon Hill Middle, like, in terms of the influence that you have over the young men in the community. So, yeah, it's dope for that. It's dope for the family, like the family chemistry or whatever. You know what I mean?
Jewel dropping.
Yes, a lot of jewel dropping. I am not mad at any of the women on that show. At none of them.
A lot of beautiful sisters.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes, there are
very
some
good casting
on that show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jill Scott, who also was on that show. Yes, she was.
Shout out Crondon.
Yeah,
Crondon is also still working.
Yo, yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm excited for the new season and stuff.
And if anybody stopped listening to Crondon, go back and listen to his most recent projects.
Right.
Dude changed a whole lot. Changed a whole lot. He got some real dope shit.
Let's see, we're going through and say, gotta pay these student loans back. Our school is expensive, all by 20. All right, Indio. Yeah.
With the jokes.
So running around outside, I have no idea what's jumping. I'm super out of the loop. Haven't heard anything in years. I feel you. Yeah, season 1 of Black Lightning is up there now. It's like I've seen the Carmichael show. Sadly, it got canceled. Yeah, it did get canceled. Trying to think of what else. I think that's pretty much it. Of course, I've been watching Queen Sugar. It's a great show as well. Really good show, man. Like, it's definitely one of my favorite dramas on TV right now. It ain't for everybody though. Like, you know, it's more like what me and the missus watch. You know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, man, I think that's about it for Sheff Shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some other stuff real quick. Drop some links and such. So, so we've been talking about all this other dope stuff that people have been making, that we've been watching, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know if y'all know, I make music too. Right, I rap sometimes. So I dropped a new single, came out on Friday. It's the remix of my song Exposition.
I was gonna say Expedition.
I really was. Remix. But yeah, man. That dropped on Friday, August 31st. I'm about to share this link with y'all. Be sure to check that out if you haven't done so already. And if you haven't done so, you might have to fight me. But you know, it's all good. But here's the link for the new joint. It said try again.
Music questions.
Alright, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Alright, so what's the question? What they got?
Have we seen Hereditary or Annihilation? Have not seen Hereditary yet. Have you seen Annihilation?
Yes, I have seen Annihilation. I have not seen Hereditary yet.
I haven't seen Hereditary.
Yeah.
Annihilation. If you haven't seen Annihilation
was
that
dope.
shit is asleep.
I mean, it came out during Black Panther fever, so people, it was like, it came out.
Is that old?
Yeah, came out a while. The funny thing is, when you look at it on Terrarium or Cody or anything like that, it actually has an older release date, like it was supposed to come out last year or something. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, but yeah, Annihilation was dope. It was really dope.
Yeah, it was. I like the spin. I like that spin. I was really surprised.
Yeah, it just got, this got lost in the mix, man.
Yeah,
a lot happening. But yeah, it's a solid film for sure.
It is not hard to cut out beef or pork in the old Bradford. Do you want to live?
Right. So check this out. Right, like every person who's vegan, vegetarian, unless they were born that, and raised in an environment where that's what their parents were doing, everybody says the exact same thing. I don't know if I can do it. Right? Everyone says that.
Crazy, man.
Everyone says that, and I get it. It's not a matter of if you can do it. It's if you want to do it.
Right.
It's really got
because it's an effort. It seems like people feel like the people that are doing it, it's like we just do it. We wake up in the morning and there's no thought of anything.
Right.
Like, do you understand? Bacon smells good.
Yeah.
Like beef, that shit smells good. So anytime it smells, like, wow, that smells tasty. But you know what it is, and you know what the after effects are. So you can kind of ward it off. But it's not like magic. Like nobody just wakes up like. I'm not, I'm not vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian or anything like that. I just choose to eat healthier, and from time to time, I do go back and red meat not so much. I bit. Nicole brought these things home from one of her customers. She's a she's a post employee, and it had ground beef in it.
Yeah,
dog, I bit it, and I was dealing with that for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Like that shit did not I farted. Dog, I farted and it smelled like a barbershop bathroom. I mean, not barbershop. Right. It smelled like a gas station bathroom. Dog. It's like, yo, I'm never again. But yeah, it's like that. It's. I still have the taste for it. It's just like nah. Especially when like what you were telling me, like most of what you like is the seasoning, and the seasoning is made from plants and shit.
Yeah. And look, somebody was just talking to me the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, but what do you do to get your protein?" I'm like, the same thing that like all of these large animals, like that are completely vegetarian, like yo, they get their protein from plants. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody ever seen a gorilla eat a piece of beef?
Right. Or elephant, or a long list of large animals
that will smack your face off.
And I realized it early on too, man. When one of my homies, shout out to my man Ordinary Joe from New York, like this dude. Yo, like he was at least 230, 240, solid. And then one day we out to eat, and I picked up some type of chicken dish. You know what I mean? My blackness is showing. I picked up some type of chicken dish, and my man, he was just like, he was getting ready to order. I was like, yo, you want some of what I'm getting? He's like, oh no, I'm vegetarian. I proceeded to look him up and down like, how? Because like every other vegetarian I knew was like a skinny dude, but this dude was bigger than me. And I'm just looking at him like,
oh, you mean big, like lifting big?
Nah, I mean he wasn't like cut up, but he was stocky, like he used to be cut up. But like, yeah, bro, like he was a healthy sized dude. He didn't look like he was missing any meals, and so that made me look at it different. And then of course the health stuff in general, just trying to live better, man. Whoa, it was an easier transition than I expected.
Bro, holy.
He said, I want to lose 185, so yeah, I'm trying everything. Indio, man, listen.
Yo, then you know what you need, bro? You need a support. You know what? The way that things work out for me is I have a support system.
Yeah, that's real.
And that is like, especially when you're going through a transition like that, like changing the way that you eat is basically a culture change, especially in, I don't know about everywhere else, but just especially in America.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not going to be able to necessarily change if everybody around you is still doing the same thing.
Right. I will say this, though, like, because, that was, like, for me, like, when I first started, nobody around me was doing it. Because I've been doing this shit a long time.
Yeah.
So, because I first started, so just to give you some background, I gave up pork when I was 16. My family, on my mom's side, main side of the family, I was they used to raise hogs, bro. So when I told my mom at 16 years old, when I'm still living at home, that I wasn't going to eat pork anymore, like my whole house looked at me like I was crazy. They literally, like, this is how my family used to make money, B. Like, and some of them in North Carolina still do. And so it was hard. It was really hard. But like I had to realize that, man, if I was going to do it, I had to figure out what I was going to cook, what I could eat. When I had to come up with backup plans all the time, because there'd be moments that moms would basically make a whole bunch of pork anyway. It was just like, yo, if you want to eat tonight, you better eat this. Put it in the vegetables, the whole nine. You know what I mean? Like, even the veggies had pork in it. And so, ultimately, what it took for me, I had to learn how to cook. And I already knew how to do some basic cooking, man, but I really just spent a lot of time, like, I mean, I can make it. I mean, I throw down. You know what I mean? Like, I really throw down. And so that's what it took for me. So if you're in a situation where you're not surrounded by other people who are really trying to, I guess, like, take on that lifestyle, and you don't have that support system, then understand that you got to basically decide that you're going to do it for yourself because you want to live. And then the second thing you need to do, if your cooking skills ain't up to par, bro, you can start looking up more recipes get on some of these apps, follow some of these.
Just do that shit. Even if it doesn't taste great, man. Just keep keep eating your own food until you get that shit down.
It's just like making music, right? Like when you first started writing rhymes, when you first started making beats or whatever, like you weren't great. You know what I mean? So the food's the same thing. Like when I started making the dishes at first, they weren't great. But yo, I've been at it. I've been eating this way. Jesus, man. Like again, I started down this path when I was 16. You know what I mean? I'm 39 now, and so the amount of recipes I got in my repertoire now, man. Like today, lunch. Today, here we go. Cauliflower, right? Some flour tortillas or corn. I prefer corn tortillas, but we ain't having. So flour tortilla or corn tortilla, some red onions, cilantro, onion powder, pepper, red pepper flakes, sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce, right? Took all of that, mixed it up in a bowl, broke the cauliflower up real small or whatever, mixed it up in a bowl, put that joint in the tortillas. Meal was crazy. Like my wife was like, hey, yeah, like it was amazing. And it's one of the things that when I describe it to people, they're like, yeah, I don't know. But then when I post pictures online and people see what I'm eating, like those who like, you know, they like their food to look good, just like they like it to taste good. Like, yo, like I throw it down, man. And so, you know, I think the only food I really miss that I don't eat anymore, chicken wings and mumbo sauce. That is it. And the only
that's that shit.
Yeah, that's the only. That's
because the only thing that you were really eating was the mumbo sauce.
I mean,
I don't miss that shit at all.
Yeah, bro. Like that's the only for me. That's the only dish I miss, and it's just because I haven't figured out a good vegetarian or vegan mumbo sauce dish yet. Yeah. But I'm gonna figure it out, and when I do, I won't be missing it no more. That's it, because it was really the sauce. It wasn't the chicken. But the chicken, I mean, you know.
Listen to Mick Jenkins, man.
Listen to Mick
Jenkins.
Of course we listen to Mick Jenkins.
Come on, man. You old, man. You late. Nah, I'm joking. Hey. But yeah, Mick Jenkins, I'm old. So I'm sure if you're suggesting that, then you've heard the or more mixtapes. Oh, them shits is freaking fire.
And yes, that is Full Bloom playing in the background for the person that asked. Somebody's like, mumbo sauce. That Chris, yeah.
Wait a minute, Sherm grabbing the soda after what I just said doesn't really help. He thinks it's soda. This is not soda. I don't drink soda.
Right.
I may swig a soda for like once a year, but no, this is definitely not soda. He said soda.
It's all. I'm sorry, I cut you off. I was just reading the Indio, yeah, definitely hit me up offline, man. Whatever recommendations you need, brother. I know you in the area, man, so I can even recommend some places to shop too. But yeah, man, definitely. It's serious out here, man, and we want everybody doing their best. Like for me, it's really not about. Like it's just a lifestyle choice, man. I'm looking at my kids. I'm trying to make sure they know as early as possible, get them eating like I'm eating. So they have a better life and they don't have.
That's what made me change, man.
Yeah.
Knowing that I'm not here for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But definitely. What was that? We
definitely stay strong. Yeah.
Hang in
John,
there, man.
thanks for the words, Johnny Perozzo. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man.
But nah, Indio, you got this, man. You got it. Like real shit. You got it,
man. Let's see. Hold on, real quick. I'm just trying to bring something up.
And Indio, what I would say too is watch out for the devil, man. And when I say watch out for the devil, because when you're trying to change, like I know Stan noticed this too, but especially when you're trying to change like your eating habits, the devil comes in disguise as jokes. Yeah. And it'll seem like, oh, yeah, like it'll feel like, people are just kind of poking and prodding at you. But that has a lot more, it seems those jokes have more effect than somebody just coming straight at you. So watch out for the devil, because he'll come as jokes and, oh, why you doing that? Oh, like Fred Sanford has this one joke that kind of resonates in my mind, where he's talking about one of his friends talking about, eating healthy, and ends up falling sick, and it's like, well, something happens. He's like, it'll be funny when you laid up in the hospital dying, and you dying from nothing. It's like, damn. So I need to fuck my health up, so when I'm in the hospital dying, I can be like, yeah, I died from this. Like, watch for the devil, man, because he'll come at you a whole lot while you're transitioning.
Yeah, man. It's really one of those things that it's more than anything. You just gotta do it for yourself. You know what I mean? If you do it for yourself and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way, man. So keep pushing. And like I said, man, you feel free to hit me up offline. I'll definitely send some recommendations your way, and we pushing for you, bro. What is mumbo sauce?
What is mumbo sauce?
What is mumbo sauce? The best damn thing since sliced bread. Let me tell you something. So I told you the story of how I figured out the story behind mumbo sauce.
No.
Yeah. So all right. So when I first moved to New York, right, we were hanging out in Chinatown. And we happened to be in a restaurant deep in Chinatown. Like when you go deep into Chinatown, there are places where you actually feel like you're in China. And I'm saying that because I've been to China. Like in real life, like the signs, like you stop seeing English signs. Even some of the street signs will be in Chinese.
Oh, like the shit on if this is not real, let me know. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, how like when they go deep into the joint, and like you really feel like you're outside the U.S. So Chinatown, New York, I'm in there, I'm in a restaurant, I'm eating good, we're having conversation. A guy at a table next to me overhears that I'm from Maryland, right? And he happens to be Chinese American. So I asked the dude, I was like, oh, yeah, I am from Maryland. Like, you're from Maryland? He says, yes. I'm like, oh man, I got questions. I look at him instantly and I just get comfortable, like, I got some questions. I need to know the history of mumbo sauce, bro, because I don't know where it comes from, and I feel like you can, get me here. And dude was like, okay, man, so listen. He leans in and he was like, basically, mumbo sauce is a dish that's so exclusive to this area because when they came over, some of the traditional Chinese recipes wasn't resonating. It basically wasn't like people like who had American taste didn't necessarily like it, right? Some of the more traditional dishes. Some, not all.
I think it's black people.
Right. So right. So anyway, so what they started doing was they started coming up with other recipes once they got here or whatever. That was basically they were trying to cater to the taste of the people they were serving. This is where you say
black people.
Right. And so basically, as they were developing different recipes, this was one of the recipes that they came up with. But this isn't true.
Asian barbecue sauce.
Man, damn near. Right. And so it's not true of Chinese American communities of the entire U.S. It's just this little pocket, this area in the DMV is where they basically developed this recipe. And it's so popular here in the DMV that they literally sell it in grocery stores.
Yeah, it's in stores now, yeah.
Yeah, it's in grocery stores.
But I don't trust it though.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I did meet a dude though, this black dude who does it. He has his own recipe for it. This dude like caters. I don't know, I can't remember if that was his name or not. I gotta look it up. But yeah, man. So mumbo sauce is the truth. You come to the DMV, make sure you go get you some chicken wings and mumbo sauce. But make sure you're at a place that has bulletproof glass and you feel like your car or your life might be in jeopardy. If you don't feel that way, there ain't no real struggle in that food and it can't be good.
So a few things here.
Sticking with that, yeah.
Why do I look like Inspector Gadget?
He's so saying you look like Inspector Gadget.
Chris says I look like Inspector Gadget.
I don't know, Chris.
You look like Captain Planet. Why does Stan look like Captain Planet? Joe Perozzo, what complaint do you have about seeds and the garden? Please elaborate. Why do I always look like something? What are you motherfuckers talking about, man? Shit.
It's why are the tracks so short? I see what you did there. Look at the tears. The tears are falling.
Good one.
All right, so look, I hate to throw business into the art, right? But I'm a professional, a musician at this point, so I gotta consider certain things, right? And so there are some tracks on it that are a little longer, but studies show, right, that with streaming in particular, like instrumentals, they will get streamed more if they are shorter, right? The likelihood that someone will skip away from it and stuff. So, and then plus, it's with some of the tracks, I'm not actually playing an instrument on it. Like on some of the tracks where people are playing instruments, those are longer. But the ones where it's just me kind of chopping up stuff and then adding the bass line here, programming drums there, maybe playing a little bit of keys, or whatever, I keep those as short as possible because if I made them longer, they would get boring quick. You see what I'm saying? So like, you know, there was only so many different ways I could think to sequence it and rearrange it. So I felt like less was more.
And if you need the song to be longer, play it back.
Repeat. You know what I'm saying? And I thank you for that, and so does my wife and kids. You know what I mean? So
right, hey.
yeah,
right.
But yeah, so it was a mixture of, you know, my limitations as a musician, you know what I mean? Feeling that like it's stronger if it's shorter because of my limited like playing ability, right? And then I feel like, and then the other side again is like, you know, knowing how the streaming system works and you know, and understanding that I'm trying to make a living doing this stuff. Yeah. I mean, next album you might get a 10-minute long joint, but just know it's gonna have like 5 or 6 people playing instruments on it. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye
it ain't just gonna be me hitting the joint, you know? Alright, see. So look, so check this out. How long we been going? We
probably just hitting an hour.
Yeah, we're getting close to an hour now. So look, I tried to throw a link in there. I gotta try it one more time. I'm gonna throw a couple links at you guys. If there's anything you want to give them heads up on, oh yeah, remind them what you do. Remind them why we call you Sherm the Barber. You know what I mean?
Man.
Let them know where we are.
So if you're ever in the DMV area, PG County, you know, I service people all the way to Virginia. I don't know if you want to drive that far. I'm super fucking awesome. But
he is.
If you need a cut, come holler at me. I'm a private barber. I am super meticulous. Like detail is all I'm about, and I like to make your fade look like shit just melts. The shit's like bleh. It's like that's what your face sounds like when you say bleh. It sounds like bleh. So yeah, if you know anybody, weddings, anything, I like to make people look special just to go to the 7-Eleven. So come holler at me, send people to holler at me, DMV, PG County, 20721. Yeah, all of that. Check out my Instagram. The link is in the bio. Chris, I know you don't like IG. Check out my IG, man. I got some fucking awesome shit on there.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, check me out. I love fucking cutting hair.
Here's a fun fact for you. So look, so the new single, the exposition single. So the cover image, right? Like how it's like the composition joint. You know where that like the image that I based that joint?
Oh, dude. So when I saw the picture,
so when you see my shape up in that image looking all pristine, that's it.
When I saw that shit, I'm like, yo, this picture, like, this looks so familiar.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I looked at the damn board. I need to put a damn quote back on my board too. That's what that shit is from.
Yeah, man.
Oh, let me touch it. I didn't know you had one.
Yeah, I
saw that picture. Yeah. I'm like, that looks like a real one, but he didn't say anything about having. You see this?
Right. So Pete. So all right. So a couple things, right? So they're going to be linked. My laptop died. I forgot my charger.
Oh, damn.
So right. so I won't be throwing any links. So look. So check this out.
This is sketchbook.
So yeah. So I'm debating whether or not to do line.
No lines. No lines.
Okay. So that's too.
Well, no.
Right, so all right, so people
say
this is a couple quick things, right? So this is one of the things, one of the pieces of merchandise that we're gonna offer for the album recompositions, or not for the album, the EP recompositions. It's an actual book that can be used as a notepad or a sketchbook. So we're gonna do that, and it has an album cover on it and stuff like that, which was designed by yours truly. But the photo was actually taken right here, right after I got a haircut. So that's why my fade looks so proper. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because that definitely ain't Stan's work. That's not my hand.
Yeah, I was looking at that like, damn, if that's a growback, that's a nice growback, man. Like, I'm really thinking that like, damn, that growback looks nice.
Right. Nah, man. So Sherm was the brother that blessed me, and I ended up using that.
And really and truly, people, like real shit. If you got anybody getting married, like I hate to say, I don't do much with straight hair. I'm not real nice with straight hair. Mm-hmm. But if you got anybody with textured hair that is getting married in this area or close to the area, doing anything special, tell them to come holler at me. Like, I love to make people feel special. I really like when it comes to those small things you can do just to make that much, just to make a little bit of your life better for just that much, for that amount of time. Like, that's what I feel like haircuts are for. So if you know anybody that really needs one, that is looking for a barber that gives a fuck about cutting hair, send them my way.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. Make sure you support this brother. This is the the main dude that's been cutting my hair for damn near 20 years. You know what I mean? So definitely support Sherm the Barber. There are links that are in the description. Y'all make sure y'all check those out. I'm gonna update it and make sure the link I was trying to post before. I think YouTube had something against me putting the smart URL link in the comments. I don't know if that's about what Indio do, man. I can't read the comments right now because my laptop.
Can you help me get the Donald Glover no shampoo struggle afro and looking like Kunta Kinte hair?
Hey, y'all, go ahead.
I got a Roots audition coming up.
Go ahead.
I want to be in character. LOL. Like, come on, dog. What are you?
Hey, Indio, I hope it's the comedy version of Roots. Roots, the comedy musical. You know what I mean? Yeah, you funny as a bug, man. But nah, seriously, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out the description. There's some links in there for y'all to check out. A couple dates I got coming up, I should say. This Wednesday, I'm going to be on WPFW. That's 89.3 FM, performing live on the radio, live at 5. Hopefully I'll have like a little flyer to throw up. I just need to confirm some things with the radio station first. So that's this Wednesday. I forgot to put this in the description, but I just confirmed that it'll be me. I don't know the other artists yet, but I'll be joining Maxine Waters again, the Congresswoman, aka Auntie Maxine, for Young Gifted and Black. That's on September 14th. That's with the Black Caucus. Yes.
I just want to put something in the air that I just thought about.
Yeah.
So, I'm a collab dude. I love collabs, like in music and clothing. But right now, what I'm talking about is clothing. This dude right here is really close friends with a really dope designer, and he is one himself. Why the fuck haven't you and Larry done a collab yet, dog? Y'all need collabo t-shirts that would be fucking sick as fuck.
But I need collabo t-shirt money because, I was trying to hire. So our good friend Naturel is an amazing artist, and I'm not trying to put too much. We'll talk offline because I don't want to put too much of that out there.
And make people be looking forward to some shit that might.
Dude, I want to tell you what we were trying to cook up. It would be, trust me. I'm trying to figure out something that he can do for something I'm doing. But the most important part is I gotta be able to pay him.
Oh, him! Oh, I forgot who he is. Like whenever I think of Larry, I just be thinking about Larry. I don't be thinking about Naturel. I just be like, this is Larry, man.
So here's the thing, right? Like, there are some people that I'm friends with, right? Who like, and it ain't even like I got friends with them after they became successful. These are people we've known
real life
for like 20 years, right? And so when other people seeing they're like a huge deal, but for us, it's like these are the homies. And so one of the dudes is my man Naturel that he's talking about. Like, I've known Naturel since he was 10, you know what I mean? And like, you know, he even lived with me at one point in time. And so, but my man is a big, like, he's a big deal in the art world.
He did a collab with Puma, put it like that.
He's
had a line, has a whole line with Puma.
Just look Naturel up on IG. If you spell it Naturel, look up Naturel. Support that dude. He I think he has a contract with Puma until like 2019. Designing sneakers for them. Like, his name is on the sneaker, and he does not play basketball. So he's a big deal. But the only reason why it hasn't happened is mainly because like I have the ideas, but I gotta pay him.
It's got to be.
You know what I mean? Because
that's rough.
And it's like, even if he said he was willing to hook me up with something, I'd still want to pay him. And the last time I hit him to do something, when I put a number out there, because I had to be realistic, knowing what I could afford based on the budget of the project, and he was just like, we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? And I was just like, damn, you know, I was trying to, okay, all right, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it.
Like, I brush my teeth with those in the morning.
Right? I get it. And it wasn't that light, well, at least to me.
Right.
So man, and so it's a lot of things cooking. A lot of my friends, a lot of our friends are doing amazing things, man. So hopefully, with some things I got in motion, you'll start seeing a few cross collabs and stuff. So that's about as much as I can say about that, though. You know what I mean? But I think we gotta wrap up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap up.
Yeah, it's about that time.
I don't even think anybody's still here to comment. Everybody checked out when we said we was about to. Let's keep on talking.
But yo, hey man, thank y'all for another great Substantial Sundays. We'll be back next week.
Next week.
Yes, sir. So we'll see you then. If you have not hit the subscribe button yet, please do so. Make sure you subscribe so you can get the updates, turn on your notifications, all that good stuff. And make sure you follow us online. There should be links in the description so you can follow us there. Lots of things in the works, man. Trying to shoot a video for exposition and a couple of other things, and yeah, the project's coming. Do me a favor, in the comment section, make sure y'all let us know what other type of merchandise you'd like to see. You want a shirt, you want buttons, you want more notebooks, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, let me know. All right, and on that note, it's time to say peace, son. You know what I'm saying? We gotta break out. We out. The music's done. You know what I mean? Show is over. Almost broke my toe just now. You know what I mean? Peace, y'all.